Welcome to the very first episode of the Affirm Opulence podcast.
Yes,
We're diving into Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich.
that's right.
And we're going to be uncovering how we can use powerful affirmations to create a life of abundance.
Absolutely.
We're starting right at the beginning,
Okay.
Chapter 1,
All right.
The Right to be Rich.
Bold start, right? Wattles doesn't beat around the bush. He comes right out and says, being rich
Yeah.
isn't just something nice to have. It's essential for fully developing your potential.
It definitely caught my attention.
Yeah,
It's not really the typical message you hear about money and spirituality, is it?
it's not.
But Wattles goes even further.
He does.
He claims that denying yourself the pursuit of wealth is actually holding you back.
That's right. And there's a deeper reason for that.
Okay.
Wattles believes we develop through using and interacting with the world.
Okay.
And let's face it, in our society, money is a crucial part of that interaction.
Yeah, it's like having a toolbox full of incredible tools, but you're too afraid to use them.
Exactly.
So how does this idea play into crafting affirmations for abundance?
Well, it's foundational, really.
Yep.
Before you even start crafting affirmations, you need to examine your underlying beliefs about wealth. If you subconsciously believe wealth is bad or unspiritual,
Right.
your affirmations are going to be fighting an uphill battle.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
You can't attract something you secretly believe is wrong.
exactly.
So that's why this core principle from Chapter 1 is so crucial
Yeah.
for setting yourself up for success with affirmations.
Yes.
You need to align your beliefs about wealth
You do.
with your aspirations for a rich and fulfilling life.
A rich and fulfilling life.
Wattles also talks about the threefold nature of life:
Yeah,
body, mind, and soul.
he does.
He says neglecting any one of these leads to an incomplete life.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear your take on that.
Well, it's about recognizing that true abundance isn't just about money. It's about living a full and balanced life.
Right.
Think of it like a three-legged stool. You need all three legs strong to be firm.
Okay.
Your body needs good food, shelter, and care.
Yes.
Your mind needs stimulation through learning experiences and creative pursuits. And your soul needs nourishment through connection, love, and purpose.
So how do we apply this to crafting affirmations?
Well, it's about moving beyond just saying, I am wealthy.
Okay.
Think about how you can affirm abundance in all three areas of your life.
Right.
For your body.
Yeah.
It might be, I nourish my body with healthy food and I move with energy and joy.
Okay.
For your mind, it could be, I am constantly learning and expanding my knowledge and experiences.
I like that.
And for your soul,
Yeah.
you might affirm, I am connected to my purpose and express love and generosity in all I do.
So we're painting a much richer picture of abundance.
Exactly. You want your affirmations to reflect a holistic vision of the life you desire.
One thing that really struck me in this chapter
Yeah.
was Wattles' emphasis on giving as a key expression of a rich life.
Absolutely.
It's almost like he's saying true wealth isn't about hoarding.
Right.
It's about having enough to share.
That's a great observation.
Yeah.
Wattles argues that true wealth is not about what you accumulate, but what you circulate.
I like that.
And he's not just talking about material wealth.
Yeah.
Think about the abundance you can share through your time, talents, and kindness.
This is really shifting my perspective.
Yeah.
It's making me think about how my affirmations can reflect not just what I want to receive, but also what I want to give back to the world.
That's a powerful shift.
Yeah.
Instead of solely focusing on I want.
Right.
Try incorporating phrases like, I generously share my blessings.
Okay.
Or my abundance allows me to make a positive impact on others.
I love that.
Yeah,
It brings a whole new level of meaning to affirmations.
it does.
Instead of just being about personal gain,
Right.
they become a reflection of our desire to contribute to something bigger than ourselves.
And when you align your affirmations with a greater purpose,
Yes.
they tap into a deeper well of energy and motivation.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying to the universe, I'm ready to receive abundance and I'm committed to using it for good.
That's a powerful statement.
It is.
And it's something I think a lot of people can resonate with.
A lot of people do resonate with that.
It's not just about accumulating wealth for ourselves.
No,
It's about using it to create a better world.
exactly. It's about recognizing that our prosperity is intertwined with the prosperity of the whole.
Yes.
When we share our abundance, we contribute to a cycle of positive energy that benefits everyone.
This conversation is already changing the way I think about crafting affirmations. I'm starting to see them less as a tool for getting what I want
Right.
and more as a way to align myself with a life of abundance and generosity.
And that's precisely what Waddles encourages us to do.
Yeah.
He wants us to embrace our right to be rich. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of all the good we can do in the world.
That's such an inspiring perspective.
It is.
And it leads us to a really important question.
Okay.
What would it look like for you to live a truly rich life? One that encompasses your body, mind, and soul.
That's a powerful question to reflect on.
It is.
And it's something I encourage everyone listening to consider.
Yeah.
As they begin crafting their own affirmations. What are the experiences, the relationships, and the contributions that would make your life feel truly abundant?
That's a great place to leave our listeners for this part of our deep dive into the right to be rich.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground, but there's still so much more to explore.
There is a lot more to explore.
Yes. Yeah. You know, it's fascinating how Waddles connects this idea of giving back to the very essence of what it means to be rich. It challenges the notion that wealth is all about selfish accumulation. It definitely does. Instead of hoarding, he encourages us to embrace the flow of abundance, both in what we receive and what we give back to the world.
And that's a key principle to keep in mind as we start crafting our affirmations. How can we express this idea of circulation, this generosity of spirit within our affirmations?
That's a great question. I'm imagining affirmations that focus not just on attracting wealth, but on using it for a purpose beyond ourselves.
Precisely. Imagine yourself with abundant resources. How would you use that wealth to make a positive impact? Would you support your favorite charities, fund educational initiatives, or help those in need? What causes ignite your passion?
Thinking about it that way really sparks my imagination. I can almost feel the energy shift from a me focus to a we focus.
And that shift is crucial. An affirmation like, my wealth allows me to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others, can be incredibly powerful because it aligns your desire for abundance with a genuine desire to contribute to the well-being of others.
It's like we're tapping into a whole new level of intention and purpose. It's not just about accumulating wealth. It's about becoming a conduit for positive change.
Exactly. And that's where the true power of affirmations lies. It's not just about attracting material possessions. It's about aligning yourself with the energy of abundance and allowing it to flow through you and out into the world.
Waddles also makes a compelling point about the desire for wealth being a natural and praiseworthy desire. He challenges the idea that wanting to be rich is somehow wrong or selfish.
Absolutely. He argues that the desire for riches is really a desire for a richer, fuller, more abundant life. It's a natural human aspiration to want to experience the best that life has to offer.
It's so refreshing to hear that perspective because it goes against so much of what we're taught. We're often told to be content with little or to feel guilty for wanting more.
It's almost like we've been conditioned to believe that wanting wealth is somehow greedy or materialistic. But Waddles encourages us to embrace our desires for a life of abundance, recognizing that those desires reflect our innate potential.
So instead of suppressing or feeling ashamed of those desires, we can actually harness them to fuel our affirmations.
Exactly. Think about it. If you truly believe deep down that wealth is something to be ashamed of, how can you possibly attract it into your life? Your subconscious beliefs will always sabotage your efforts.
That makes perfect sense. Our beliefs and desires need to be in alignment for our affirmations to be truly effective. It's about shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, and from limitation to possibility.
You've hit the nail on the head, and this is where the work of self-awareness comes in. We need to be willing to examine our beliefs about wealth and ensure they are aligned with our true desires.
It sounds like crafting powerful affirmations is a process of self-discovery. We need to get honest with ourselves about what we truly want and why.
Absolutely. And it requires a willingness to challenge limiting beliefs that might be holding us back. Sometimes those beliefs are so ingrained that we don't even realize they're there, but once we identify them, we can start to reframe them and create affirmations that support our growth and expansion.
This all circles back to Waddles' idea that understanding the science of getting rich is the most essential of all knowledge. He doesn't just offer a get-rich-quick scheme, he provides a blueprint for aligning ourselves with the principles of abundance.
I couldn't agree more. It's not just about acquiring wealth, it's about mastering the inner game of wealth creation. It's about aligning our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the principles of abundance so we can become a magnet for the prosperity we desire.
And affirmations are a powerful tool for achieving that alignment. They help us reprogram our subconscious mind and shift our vibration to match the frequency of abundance.
Exactly. It's about consciously choosing the thoughts and beliefs that support our journey towards a life of richness and fulfillment.
This conversation has been incredibly enlightening. It's amazing how much wisdom is packed into just this first chapter of the science of getting rich. It's like we've been given a whole new lens through which to view wealth and abundance.
And it all starts with embracing our right to be rich, not just for ourselves, but for all the good we can do in the world.
As we move towards wrapping up our exploration of the right to be rich, what are some key takeaways our listeners can apply to their own affirmation practice?
First, embrace the right to be rich. Recognize that wanting a life of abundance is natural and praiseworthy. Second, acknowledge that true wealth encompasses all aspects of your being, body, mind, and soul. And third, incorporate the principle of giving into your affirmations, recognizing that true opulence flows through you and extends outwards, touching the lives of others.
Those are fantastic points to keep in mind as we craft our affirmations. It's not just about what we want to receive, it's about how we want to live and contribute.
Remember, your affirmations should reflect your deepest desires and be aligned with a greater purpose. By embodying these principles, you're setting yourself on a path to manifesting true and lasting abundance in all areas of your life.
It's amazing how Wattles reframes our relationship with material things.
Yeah.
He doesn't see them as distractions from spiritual growth,
Right.
but as potential tools to help us express our true selves.
It really is a refreshing perspective, especially when we're constantly told to simplify and detach from material possessions.
Yeah.
Wattles acknowledges the value of material things,
Right.
but emphasizes using them consciously and intentionally.
So how can our listeners translate this into powerful affirmations?
Wow.
I mean, it's one thing to say, I am wealthy,
Right.
but how do we get specific about the material things that would actually enhance our lives and help us fulfill our purpose?
It's all about getting clear on what those tools and resources would look like for you.
Okay.
So instead of focusing on that end result of wealth,
Right.
focus on the specific material things that would support your journey.
Okay.
Let's say you dream of writing a book.
Okay.
Instead of affirming, I am a successful author,
Right.
try something like, I have a dedicated writing space filled with inspiring books and a comfortable chair where I can write effortlessly for hours.
I love that. It
Yeah.
really paints a picture, and it goes beyond just the desire for wealth.
Mhm.
It taps into that feeling of support and having the resources you need to bring your vision to life.
Exactly. And that's the power of visualization.
Yeah.
When you can create that clear mental picture of yourself using those tools and resources,
Right.
you're sending a powerful message to the universe about what you're ready to receive.
It's like we're co-creating with the universe.
Yes.
We're setting the intention, and then we're opening ourselves up to receive the guidance and support we need to make it happen.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And remember, these material desires don't have to be extravagant or over the top.
Right.
It's about identifying the things that would genuinely enhance your life and help you express your unique gifts.
So for someone who loves to cook and dreams of sharing their creations with the world, their affirmation might be something like, I have a beautiful kitchen with top-of-the-line appliances where I can create culinary masterpieces and share them with those I love.
Exactly. Or for someone passionate about fitness and helping others achieve their health goals, their affirmation could be, I have a vibrant and welcoming fitness studio where I can inspire and empower others to live their healthiest lives.
I'm really starting to see how powerful this approach to affirmations can be.
It is.
It's about aligning our desires with a sense of purpose and creating a vision that feels both exciting and achievable.
And that's the key. When your affirmations are rooted in that deep sense of purpose
Yeah.
and aligned with your true desires, they become a driving force for positive change.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the right to be rich.
It has.
We've barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
But we've already uncovered so much wisdom and practical advice.
It's been a joy exploring these ideas with you.
It has been.
And to our listeners, I encourage you to embrace the principles we've discussed today.
Yeah,
Use them to craft affirmations that resonate with your heart and soul.
absolutely.
Remember, you have the right to be rich,
Yes.
the right to live a life of abundance and fulfillment.
Thank you for joining us on this first episode of the Affirm Opulence podcast. We'll be back next week to dive into another chapter of the science of getting rich
Absolutely.
and uncover even more secrets to crafting affirmations that transform your life. Until then, keep affirming your opulence.